Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, as you can tell, will be a little bit different and it's actually going to be an office tour video. So I have lived in this apartment for probably nearly a year at this point, and it's definitely not finished, definitely still a work in progress, but I think it's got to a point now where I'm fairly happy with it. And I asked you on my Instagram story what you would like to see next video wise, and my office tour video got the most votes, so that's what I am showing you today. So as I said, still a work in progress, some things might move around in future, but I wanted to show you it at least. And if you want to know where anything is from, just drop a comment and I will get back to you, but I'll try and let you know where most things are from anyway. So yeah, I will get straight into the video. Do subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and I will get straight into the video. So I'll start by giving you just like an overview of what my office looks like. So this is kind of how it's looking at the moment. Sorry for that very overexposed light there. But I figured I'd start like on the right and just kind of show you everything that I have in my office. So I guess to start with, I have my cello. This is a brand new cello that I got like when I was in America. I did sell my other one and now I actually have like a, they used to call it a women's cello. I don't think they call it that anymore, but it's like slightly smaller than a full size and it's very, very nice. So I've got that like down the side there. And then this is kind of my just technology stuff. So I got like my tripod, my mirror, and then like all my adapters because I'm still living off of UK plugs. And then I have my desk. I absolutely love my desk. It is from Our House. Our House is a kind of expensive furniture brand over here, and they have a place called Our House The Loft that's near us, and they have a bunch of furniture that's like really heavily reduced because it's got like slightly, you know, some things wrong with it. Like I think one of the things was this like scratch and just tiny things that are wrong with it that don't really matter. So I did get that from Our House, and it's this like black wooden desk. It's very, very nice. And then it's got these like leathery writing pads on it, and it's absolutely huge. Like this is a massive desk. And then the chair as well, it is from Our House as well. Probably not my favorite chair, but it was kind of cheap and it's comfortable, so there's that. So starting on the right, I have this lamp. It was given to me by my mother-in-law and I think it's kind of like old, but I liked the kind of, I don't know, Victorian style damask and all the tassels and everything, so I have that. And I have my little skeleton people you might recognize that were on my desk when I lived in England. And then I just have all of my planner stuff. So I've got like my Goth planner, and then I have just like my planning that I do for my shop, which is my Halloween collection at the moment. And then I have my technology things like my laptop and iPad and everything. And I have this really cool coaster actually, which is a plague doctor that I got in Edinburgh, which was very, very cool. And then I just have my makeup because I tend to do my makeup at my desk as well because the light is like right there, so kind of convenient. And then I have my pen pot again, that was on my desk back in England. And then I have my jewelry box. This is from Mystica Luna and it's got like all my jewelry in it. And this was actually my wedding ring box that I got from Mystica Luna, so I keep that with my wedding ring when I don't wear it, like when I'm asleep and stuff. So that's everything on my desk. And then along here I have all like my small things that most of them I've got like while I was traveling. So these masks are from Venice, these kind of things are from Whitby, that one was also from Whitby. I forget the name of this company, but they have like quite a presence on Instagram and stuff, so I will put the name on the screen if I can think of it, but I did get that in Whitby. And then I have my little York ghost collection, and then I have my CREEPIES. So all look kind of my small things that I thought looked kind of cute, dotted along here. And then I got my phantom keyring that I got in the Alice Garnier in Paris. And then I have a bearded dragon, like 3D printed thing that I got at a like oddity kind of thing. And I have this monster, which I did actually paint at a pottery thing, which was very fun. So those are all of the things that are dotted along kind of the shelf, or like a small windowsill, I suppose. And then my office actually looks out like down there, which is the living room. And then it's got all of these windows, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, so that's kind of what that is. And you might have noticed I have this very large terrarium over here. I do have a pet veiled chameleon. His name is Gizmo. I'm gonna do a whole video on him because that was actually the video that won second place after my office tour. But chameleons are very, very antisocial, very shy, so he's not very easy to handle and things like that. But I do have him right in the corner, and he's in this terrarium. It's actually a screen enclosure because they need like a whole bunch of ventilation, but I'm not sure if you can see him, but he is right up there. Let's see if I can get you a good look. But he does he's looking at me right now like, what is she doing? You can see his little curly tail. He is shedding at the moment, so he's looking a little flaky. But yeah, he just likes to be under his basking light. But yeah, I'll probably do like a whole video on him because I've learned a lot about keeping chameleons. It wasn't actually planned, which is a very bad idea for keeping a chameleon, but I did have all the stuff figured out. So if you'd like to see a whole video on him, do let me know. I am kind of planning it, or if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. But yeah, he is right up there. His name is Gizmo, and I absolutely love him. He is so, so cute. Now that you can get a better view of him there, because he's kind of rocking. But yeah, so that is my pet chameleon, and then of course all his lights are like plugged in and extension cord over there. So yeah, he does take up quite a big portion of my room, and then down here is like where I keep all the dripping system and mister and lights and everything. So then moving on, this is probably the main, well, this I want to be my main gallery wall. So definitely still a work in progress. As you can see, it is very, very empty. I do have all of the things I bought over from the UK under here bubble wrapped. I want them in like different frames, and some of them I'm not sure they fit the vibe that I'm going for. So in my previous bedroom, I had like a blue and white damask wallpaper, and then it was full of like different artists, and it was kind of very mixed. Like some of it was very film orientated, like Nightmare Before Christmas, Sweeney Todd, Edward Scissorhands, kind of Tim Burton-y, and then some of it was like vampire-y, and it didn't, like, it looked alright, but like if I would redo that wall, I would do it very differently. And I absolutely love the black and gold aesthetic, as you can probably tell. So that's what I'm going for in this wall. So the wallpaper is a black on black damask, and as you can see, as the light hits it, it kind of shifts, which is really pretty. I did wallpaper this wall myself with some help from my mother-in-law, so I was really proud about how this turned out. And then yeah, so I kind of want to go through this, like maybe see if it fits the aesthetic. I could put it in like a gold frame and kind of tie it in, but I don't want it to be as random as my other gallery wall. But the things that I have on it so far is this skull print with flowers around it. I get this frame off of Amazon, and then the print I actually got gifted to me like quite a few years ago. I did an Instagram post on it, but I never put them up on my wall because they didn't tie in with my theme. Like, they looked really random, but I kept them because this is always the theme I wanted to go for, like very macabre but like florally, and then ties in with the black and gold. So this is what I want going forward, and I thought it kind of ties in the fact that my chameleon is on this wall. It kind of puts the flowers into it, so I kind of liked that there. And then the only other things I have is this angel with the violin there. Now this I actually got at Goodwill for like $4, and it was exactly what I was looking for. It was like a terracotta kind of clay, and I painted it gold, and it literally turned out perfectly, because I've seen the blackened teeth have like angel heads playing the violin, and I really wanted one of those, but I thought, oh, I'll get it next time, and then this came up, so I painted it, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. And then I do have 3 masks here, and these are all bought from Venice. Again, things that I've had for years but have never quite tied in with the theme of the room, I guess, so I thought those looked really nice kind of down the side there. And the last thing I have on this wall is this little frame, and if you can see, it says Westminster Abbey. This I actually got at an estate sale, and it does have some like real gold in there, so I thought that was kind of a cute place. But yeah, the gallery wall, definitely a work in progress. I probably have enough to fill it completely, but I just need to work out like how it's gonna look, so I haven't done much with that. I was kind of waiting to do this video until I had this all up, but I was thinking I could probably do a separate video because I still want it to be like artists and everything, so I could probably do that. And then I have this huge storage unit, and I absolutely love this. Again, I got it from our house, same place as the desk. This piece was kind of pricey. All my business stuff is in here, so like this is where I keep like my Cricut machine, all the planners and notepads. I did recently just restock my daily planners, so they're in there. So all of my like business materials are in here, so it's like the perfect storage, and it fits in perfectly with the aesthetic. So the things I have on top, this, I've just got this like leathery jewellery bust, I guess, and this has I think 3 of my designs on it. So this is all my like Nosferatu collection. These are actually pieces that I kept for myself, but I love how like chunky this is. So yeah, these I just have on here because I was like working on them at the time. Next I have this gold candelabra, and it's got like these LED kind of candles in it. I absolutely love this. It's definitely like the vibe that I wanted, and this candelabra was actually used as a decoration for our wedding, so I kind of like that I get to repurpose that, and it definitely fits with what I'm going for. So I have that. Again, that was from Amazon. I went to so many different charity shops and estate sales, and I like some of the candelabras were so beautiful, but they were so expensive, and I needed a couple of them, so I did end up unfortunately going with Amazon, but I do actually really like the look of this one. Then I have my Edgar Allan Poe collection. This was bought at an estate sale, and I got these for a really good deal. You might have seen these because I think I included them in a video. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I did get these at an estate sale. They were incredibly priced for how old they are. Like, you can just tell how old they are. And then these like cello bookends, again, I found at, it was like a second-hand shop, but it wasn't like a Goodwill. It was like a, I don't know, like a one that was more picky with the stuff. So I got these cello bookends, which I really liked. This box you might recognize, I included this in one of my like estate sales. I got this at a garage sale, I think, for like $1, which was crazy. And then I have my blackened teeth lamp, which is definitely something I'm very happy to have. I've wanted one of these for ages, and I wanted to wait until I moved to America to buy it because I knew it was going to be kind of a pain to bring over. Absolutely beautiful lamp. I've seen people do like cheap knockoffs, and like the real thing in person, although it's a lot of money, it's so nice. So I do have that. And then the last thing against this wall is this chair. This chair was actually my husband's chair. He's had it for ages. I think it was like bought from like an estate sale, so it's quite old. And then I just have all my soft toys on there. So I have a Plague Doctor and Skeleton from Killstar, and then I got Build-A-Bear, and then some jelly cats on there as well. And then it does have this like footrest. And next up I've got these 2 wardrobes, which I am so happy to have all the extra space. It is a bit darker now, but I basically keep like all my makeup in here, and then down here I have like a little shelving unit. I'll see if I can show you, but it has all my business stuff on, like my materials and my label printer and all of that. So I use this one mainly for storage. And then I've got this Gothic architecture kind of design piece, and this was from Michael's. And then in here I have all of my clothes, which is a lot. I keep all my shoes down there, and then I have all my clothes, and then up here I keep vacuum sealed bags, all my winter and autumn clothes. And then in here is all of my summer clothing. So I got like all my play suits and everything. I was thinking, sorry it's a bit like dark, but I've got all of that in there. I was thinking of doing maybe like my top 5 outfits for summer, and then maybe like my top 5 for like each season, like my staple pieces of clothes that like once I get them all down from up there, like the pieces I can't wait to see again. So let me know if you'd like to see that. I'm kind of thinking about maybe doing that. And then on this other side it continues, so I have lots more clothes. I mean, most of them are black. There's this one white one that's kind of slightly easier to see, but it does just look like a sea of black clothing, because that's exactly what it is. And then I have all my shoes down there. So that's all my wardrobe. Over here I have my pin banner. This hasn't changed much, if at all, I don't think. So I did used to have this on my wall when I lived in England. And the last kind of thing on this wall is I have this storage unit. So this again was from our house. It was heavily reduced, and I just have my Canon printer on here. I'm thinking I might put this like on a mini table under there, because I don't really need this like on display. So it's just kind of there at the moment, but I might move that like under my desk, because it's like, it's kind of like I'm showcasing a printer. But I just have it there because it's easy at the moment, but I'll probably move that. And then down here I have my Jellycat collection. I absolutely love these. I did do a Jellycat collection video. I will link that up in the eye if you'd like to see these in more detail. But I think since doing that video, I now have the mushy peas, the lemon, maybe the peanut, and I definitely have the lemonade is new, and then I also have the bee and the little Bartholomew bear over there. But so I've definitely had some new ones, but I absolutely love Jellycats so much. And then yeah, just this like storage unit. I'm thinking of maybe putting this like there, but then I don't know what to do with the chair, so I'm thinking about maybe swapping this around. But let me know if you have any ideas as well, because I definitely want ideas of what I can do with all this. Then I have this wall. This one's kind of plain. As you can see, I have my mirror. But this one's taken up basically by a lot of doors. So I've got that door and that door. So up here I have this mirror. This was actually from Goodwill for a really good deal, and it was exactly what I was looking for, because it had to fit between the light switch and the end of the wall. And then down here is honestly like not finished. I just have some more like soft toys I bought over from the UK. And then this is basically my dumping area. Like I have this Halloween sign that I'm not sure what to do with. I have some frames that I used for the wedding that I'd like to use for the gallery wall. So this is just a storage area. I'm thinking for this, since I have this is gonna be actually really hard to see. That's better. So this is all of my crystals. So there's like 3 different layers, and these are definitely like my favorite ones that I've presented. Oh, look at that amethyst, that's really pretty. Yeah, these are like my favorite crystals, so they are up there. So I'm thinking maybe a like small table down there with some more like display things on, or maybe I put my printer here, I'm not sure. So this area is definitely not finished like at all. This is probably the one that needs the most work. It's just kind of where I put things. And I guess the last area would be my bathroom. So this office does actually have a bathroom attached to it. Oh, sorry about the lighting there. So yeah, I do have my own bathroom, which is really cool. Love that. I'm not going to show you my, I mean, it's a kind of, you know, it's a standard kind of bathroom with a bathtub, which I absolutely love. But I'll just show you the spookiest things, because like most of this is just like soap and skincare, which is not that interesting. So I will show you my shower curtain. So this is the like skull and rose one from Killstar. And I also have this spooky bath mat. So this is from Amazon, this was from Killstar, and then I also have this like coffin mat from Amazon as well. So I can link those two. And then I do have this really cute towel, like hand towel, that I got from TJ Maxx. So a couple spooky things in here, but as you can see, we actually never got around to painting this one, so still a work in progress there. I think that is everything. As you can tell, like in the afternoon, the lighting definitely goes, so I try and film in the morning when I can, because it does get quite dark in here. But yeah, I'll just show you one more little shot of Gizmo, because he's in his favorite plant. I don't know if you can see him. Yeah, he is right in there. There he is. His little curly tail. But yeah, I think that is everything. So that is my office at the moment. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my office tour video. As I said at the beginning, just let me know if you wanted to know where anything is from. I might set up like an Amazon list thing, because some of my, especially my bathroom stuff, is from Amazon, so maybe I'll do that and leave that link in the comments below. I also do have a Depop set up as well, mainly for US customers, and I am selling like a bunch of like Killstar stuff on there, and other brands, so do check that out as well. That's always linked in the description box below, so do tap that and have a look. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you'd like to see maybe an updated one in the future, and any other video ideas you'd like to see from me. I kind of want to balance out the hauls a bit more, so do let me know. But I hope you enjoyed it. Do subscribe and like this video if you did, and hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Bye.